Dateline, August 1997 in London, England. Possibly the biggest games festival ever held. There was a £100,000 prize fund plus gold, silver, and bronze medals awarded in each tournament for adults and juniors. And this, 2025, is the 28th year of this prestigious International Board Games World Championships. Just a couple of weeks ago, on March 1st, was the conclusion of the winter-spring session for this International Game Championships. It's called the Grand Prix of the Mind Sports Olympiad. This year there were over 60 different tournaments and a wide variety of different types of board games, from the traditional classics to more modern, internationally known games. It began on January 24th and it ran for 5 weeks. This Grand Prix session is run entirely online. It's all digital tournaments, and therefore people can dial in from all over the planet. And in fact, I think you'd be impressed by the number of people and the number of countries represented in these tournaments. Now, until the year 2020, there was only one annual event, and that took place in the summer months, and it was almost always held in London. There were a few exceptions, but London was a gathering place. At times, it retained that world's biggest game festival moniker, but other times, it almost faded from view. It was in danger of closing down entirely for a short time, but they got a new boost of enthusiasm, and it's still very healthy today. Ironically, one of the things that boosted the tournaments was the coronavirus pandemic that shut everybody down, and it forced them to take their tournaments online. Well, that exposed a whole lot more people to the event and to the potential of becoming a world champion in these various games. And so that really helped the publicity and spread the word worldwide. It grew to the point that there were over 6,000 participants from over 100 countries around the planet. Then in 2022, they returned to their original philosophy of having a London-based international competition in August, but that's when they split off this Grand Prix concept so that the other half of the year, winter-spring, they would have a Grand Prix that was entirely online. And so they could still support those foreign participants that couldn't afford to actually fly there and spend a week in London or 5 weeks in London while they were doing the tournaments. And for the participants in these digital events, they still get their awards, they still get their medals, just like an Olympic medal, but there are no cash prizes anymore. Now, the most prestigious accolade in all of this is something that's called the Pentamind Award, given to the participant who may win 5 different game tournaments during the event. As of 2024, the World Championship Pentamind event has been won a record 6 times by Andreas Kuus of Estonia. Now, in addition to the classics like chess, backgammon, and checkers, drafts, there's quite a host of different games that are involved here, quite a variety. I've tried to find out exactly how they choose which games they are, but I would imagine they tap into their big database of competitors for suggestions. And over the years, there have been quite a variety of games. It's a little bit surprising. Here's just a quick list of what has been featured in the Mind Sports Olympiad. Cribbage, Mastermind, Baku, Continuo, Camisado, Octi, Pakru, Sudoku, Twixt, Stratego, Twilight Struggle, Diplomacy, Hare and Tortoise, Monopoly, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Saboteur, Tantrix, and even Scrabble in several languages. Now, apparently it's free to enter the tournaments. You need to get in touch with them through their website, which I'll put in the notes down below if you're really interested. And there you can read more about the event. You can see a list of all the winners of the different categories and how they placed. Apparently when you sign up, you get to specify what country you're playing for. And some people have not specified, so that's a little interesting. but it's sort of a big deal for a game publisher to be listed in the Mind Sports Olympiad. Over the past 15 years, a number of events in other countries at other times of the year have been endorsed by the Mind Sports Olympiad. They're all under the umbrella of the same organization, and so they all use the same kind of tournament system and ratings for the players. And whether you play games on an international level or you play games in your own dining room around the table with family and friends, you know what I always say, be sure to play every day. So now in my videos, when I say something about a game being included in the Mind Sports Olympiad, then you'll realize what I'm talking about. It is really a big deal. And speaking of big deals, we're proud of the fact that Steve Baldwin's game here has been involved in the Mind Sports Olympiad. It is a world-class game, and I hope you get to find that out for yourself. It's a great little game. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.